Hey, what's going on, family? It's your boy Ray J coming at you another Basement Boy production from the fifth floor. I have one of the most important bass talks I've ever done coming up. Let's go to the throne of grace. Hi, your name is Shai. Forgive us for all our sins. Continue to cleanse us from all unrighteousness. Lord, we just want to thank you for another day in the land of the living. Thank you for life, health, and strength, and the ability of our limbs, articulation, our joints. Lord, as I talk, Heavenly Father, I just ask you to help me to speak with clarity and help the viewers to understand with clarity. And as we water and plant, give the increase. In all things, you get all the glory, honor, and praise for Shai's name. We pray, amen. All right, so this topic is so crucial, especially to the players who are beginning to feel stuck, are beginning to kind of not, I won't say lose creativity, but you can't get creative in your bass styles, or whether if it's your licks, coming up with your own bass line, you kind of get stuck. And I've been stuck. I was in that place for a long time. And if I would have heard or, been told what I'm about to tell you all, it would have, you got that level one is beginner. You kind of send real fast to the next level because you're excited. Then it's when you get to that second level, like, okay, what can I do, to get me to that next level? Because the next level is where your mind just really opens up. You can hear better. You can hear clearly. You kind of already know what you want to do. But it's in that middle level, I should say. It is not so much being an intermediate player as, let's just say you got the bottom level, the middle level, and the top level. That middle level is where you can kind of get lost. It's like you just kind of hit a wall. And I've been through it. And I've, did a bass lesson on it. I think it's called like what to do when you're stuck or feeling stuck. If I would have known that then, it would have been a lot better now for me. But it all happens for a reason. Hopefully I can help someone. So the topic or the word, if you're feeling stuck, the word that's going to help you spawn your creativity, that's going to help you, get motivation to hear things better, the word is called phrasing. It felt powerful to me, but y'all like phrasing. Like, what the freak, nigga, phrasing? Okay, so what do I mean when I say phrasing? We already know what a phrase is. It's a piece, like either a segment of something, just a piece of it. It could be a piece of a short thing, a piece of a big thing. So when we're talking about the bass, what I'm talking about when I talk about bass, let's just take licks for example, because everybody loves licks, and I'm gonna go where the people are. It's more to bass than licks, but you should already, before you even try to get licks, you should be able to, play a song lickless, all right, clearly. And if you can't do that, don't worry about licks. But let's say you can do that. Phrasing is one of the, at least in my mind, like the two top subjects or subjects that are often overlooked, as in we talk about it, but we just kind of like breeze by it. I don't see a lot of people spending a lot of time on it. And to me, it's crucial, because when you think of your favorite basses, when you think of their licks are amazing because they know how to put different things together. They know how to put different phrases together to come up with a, masterful lick or even bass line. So, like I said, we're going to be talking about licks. So, when I mean phrasing, when you think of a lick, every lick that's, maybe like, let's say like maybe 2 bars long, every lick has a beginning, a middle, and an end. All right? So a phrasing, or breaking down licks into different phrases, that's how you really develop your ear. But much more, that's how you gain an insight onto, what the bass player is thinking, or even for yourself. When you're trying to, find your own sound and you're trying to create your own licks, knowing different phrases or finding your favorite type of phrases is going to help you a lot in developing your own licks. All right. And when even talking about, your own licks, The one most important thing you must understand is everybody influences everybody. People influence people. So even if it's at a point in time where you have your favorite bass players, grab from them. Add what you like about them into your own playing. Because that's truly, if we be honest, that's truly what it means to find your own sound. It just means to draw from a lot of different people. When you think of your best favorite bassists, and if you could find interviews on where they talk about their bass playing, they will tell you, they will start naming all the bass players that inspired them or their favorite basses. They're their favorite basses because they like certain things they do. And I guarantee you, if let's say your favorite bass player has been influenced by someone, you can find that person's influence in their playing. So it's okay to draw from and to take stuff from your other bass players. What they mean by find your own sound is, you could draw from a lot of sources and mix it up and use it your way. So if you draw from A, B, and C, you don't have to make it A, B, and C. You could do C, B, A or B, A, C, something like that. That's what when we say find your own sound really mean. Okay, so I just wanted to say that because I know that kind of get like I got created a lick that's never been heard before. That's impossible. Every lick has been heard before. You just want to find, either licks that you like, sounds that you like, and incorporate. You're making like everyone knows how to make. Well, not everyone. There are 10 different ways to make chocolate chip cookies. They're chocolate chip cookies. But all chocolate chip cookies don't taste the same. It's like that with your playing. You can draw from different people and you still will not sound like that person because they have their own interpretation as well as you. So that's what that means when, find your own sound. I just wanted to shed light on that. But back to phrasing. Finding nice phrases, like little section, like maybe it could be like maybe 3 notes that you like. You want to add that, like every time, even to the point when you're practicing the lick, how can I incorporate, my favorite phrase? How can I, add or create a lick, make up a lick where I add different elements or different phrases of, licks I like. So, one of my favorite bassists and one of who I listen to a lot is Derek Bennett. Awesome. He's the master teacher. And I listen to him a lot. And I know, and from a lot of I won't say a lot, but some licks he has, a couple of go-to phrases. And he will even tell you, this is one of my favorite phrases to do. Because it's not anything that needs to be looked down upon if you keep using like the same phrase. That's and again, that goes into what makes you you. He likes a certain phrase, so he's going to use it, and that's no problem with that. So someone like him, certain times when he's just freestyling, there are certain go-to phrases, like I just said, that he uses because he likes the sound of it, and he knows how to make them phrases fit. And it's something like that will spawn more creativity because you kind of already know at least one piece to the puzzle. So if you like a nice phrase, you could try to put that phrase at the beginning of a lick, at the middle, or at the end. And then that will, just from doing that, and I'm going to do a lesson on it, but I just want to have a conversation about it because phrasing is so very important. And finding phrases that you like and being able to play them and to utilize them, that will, like I said, that middle wall or partition, it will knock it out the box because you won't feel overwhelmed or you won't feel discouraged because you're not finding creative licks. You're just like, I don't know what to do. You want to start with different phrases that you like. Okay? Find different phrases that you like and then add the regular scales in there. Okay? So phrases will take you from that middle ground onto the high road. Because once you get there and you like, oh, okay, I can hear what you're doing. Now I see that y'all doing this a lot. they're doing a lot because that's some of their favorite phrases to do, and it makes you feel good. It makes you react a certain way. It happens a lot, especially, in a lot of church music now. You hear, similar phrases, and no one is complaining. Oh well, you kind of like sound like him. No, you're mixing the pot with different bases. It's my sound, but my sound is drawn from everyone. Okay, there's no copyright laws on licks or anything. You're not going to get sued for plagiarizing or taking someone. Everyone, I guarantee you, everyone has taken something from Jocko. Everyone, because he's viewed as the greatest bass player ever. So you're going to take from the greatest bass player ever. No one is, when you hear a Jocko lick, do we as bass player, oh, that's Jocko, you can't do any better? No. We marvel because you're playing Jocko. So I just want to have you think of it like that, so you don't have to think, oh, I can't listen to bass player. I got to go in a convent and find licks on my own. No, find your favorite bass player. Find bass players, styles, bass players who have styles that you like, and listen to them, and take something from them, and you just remix it. So you could say this talk is about phrasing, but it's also talking about remixing. Okay, when you think about all TV shows, reality TV, it's all the same stuff. They just add different elements, or certain elements that make it a little bit different than your other shows. Okay, and that's all the same. Xbox, PS4, their game systems. They just learned to remix, or something that this one has the other doesn't have. But at the end of the day, they're both game consoles, right? Or especially when you think of cars, when you think of Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ford, they're all owned by GM. They just remix. They literally remix 4 different car brands, and people buy them all the time. When you think of like Cadillac, but Ford's not owned by GM. I'm tripping. GM is Chevy. GM is Cadillac, Saturn. Yeah, those are GM. Yeah, Saturn, Chevy, Cadillac, and Buick, all owned by GM. They learned to remix each car brand so that it appears to be different, but they're owned by the same people. Like Ford, Chrysler, and Dodge, and Jeep, they're owned by the same people. They just found a way to make different cars. They remix. They use the remixing strategy. And that's the same thing I'm talking about when it comes to phrasing. Finding something you like and just kind of making it your own. Whether if it's adding a note, taking out a note, the way you bend a note, something like that. So that's been 13 minutes. So hopefully, I was able to help someone break through that second level. And as always, if y'all have any questions, leave your questions or comments and tell me what you think, or your personal experiences about, staying in that middle place, or as well your thoughts on phrasing / the remixing strategies. All right, so this your boy Ray, over and out.